Yo, and yo. What's going on, everybody? Top of this Saturday morning. Well, it's not really the top of the morning, but if you want to say good afternoon, it's not afternoon yet. We're in the middle, you know what I mean? Good early after morning. I don't know. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here and rocking. Today is obviously, well, it's not obvious, but today's going to be an abbreviated show. The Knicks are playing at 12:30, so we're going to take it up to the game, and then we're going to get off and enjoy the game and hope for, the usual good play of these New York Knicks versus the Dallas Mavericks. Hopefully that trend continues. We'll see. Thank you guys as always for tuning in and rocking. Happy Saturday to y'all. I got my Knicks morning brew right here. Oh, wait, no, this ain't my Knicks morning brew. This is just my coffee. My cup of Joe or Joanne. But since I did bring up Knicks morning brew, definitely, guys, if you have a chance, check out myself and John, still Knicks fans. We were on Knicks morning brew yesterday. Excuse me. They come on Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. And it was a really good show. And it just so happens, I think we picked a really good day. It was a Friday, and it was their panel discussion day. So you got to see about an hour of myself and John chopping it up with Phil Porto, Jiggaman Porto, and my guy Heck. And then they opened it up to the panel, and you got, even more content with G Money and J Boogie, and I forget whoever else might have jumped on because I was working, so I had to go. But yeah, man, it was a really good show. So definitely check that out. I will put the link in the chat for those who may not have had a chance to see it. You can check that out. I think it was a good conversation. I really enjoyed myself and had a good time. Thank you to all the guys over there at Knicks Morning Brew, Yankees Morning Brew, the Degen Sports Network. Appreciate you guys. I see you, Hex, in the building. What's good? Knicks Morning Brew. You see it? All right. JJ's in the building. What's good? Salute to you, JJ. Appreciate you, my brother. As always, my guy D's World of Hoops is in the building. Man by many names. D is balling. D the Nick analyst. D poetic. I can keep going. You understand? Yeah, man. Salute, brother. Good to see you, bro. Dwayne Dennis is here. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'll check that out, Dwayne Dennis, if I can. I'm not sure if Christian is out today. But wouldn't that just be another one of those lucky breaks for the Knicks? Every time they play these big teams, there's always somebody out. I don't know. Also, guys, make sure, well, we'll talk about it. I'm sure if he has a chance to come on, make sure you check out D's World of Hoops if you haven't already. Usually comes on before a Knick game, the day before, like with the Knick preview at 12 p.m., or he does a post game the day after at 12 p.m. So definitely check him out, man. You know how it is. You know how it is. We got to show the love. Give it up for ours. So I'm going to take this quick moment to say this because right now is not a good time for me. JJ, I know you understand. Knicks Morning Brew, my guy Heck already alluded to it. The Mets have lost Jacob deGrom. He's decided to sign a 5-year contract with the Texas Rangers. It's tough. And this is a thing that, the Knicks haven't dealt with in a long time. It's tough when you have not only your best player on your team, but arguably he really is the best pitcher in baseball if healthy. When healthy, he's the best pitcher in baseball. And for him to leave the team kind of sucks. However, it is what it is. It's a business. And you know what? The reason why I'm actually kind of surprised, I'm gonna just say this real quick and we'll get back into the basketball. I personally am not as upset as a lot of fans are. I mean, not all fans are upset, but there's a portion that are really upset and feel like he wasn't loyal and left them. And what I don't like is I'm listening to some of the commentators, even on SNY, Sal Licata and these other guys, they like butthurt because he left. And granted, he was a Met for many years, but do people forget that he's had several contracts with the Mets? He's had a couple contracts with the Mets, and each time he took a discount. Do people forget that he one year he took $150 million deal, and he was still one of the best pitchers in the game at that time, and gave the Mets a discount when he could have made way more money? I just, I don't know, man. I just think like people, fans are wild, man. I just say, like, really, athletes are commodity to some fans, and we should only be so lucky to have the best pitcher in baseball on our team and to be doing what he's been doing for us. And if he's healthy, great. I mean, I know he wasn't always healthy, but yo, man, that's what I'm talking about. Like, as fans, we gotta chill. This dude gave us many good years, won 2 Cy Youngs, and took a discount when he could have got paid hella bread. I don't know. And now that finally he gets a time to be a real free agent and go out there and get wined and dined and really choose where he wants to be, not just for himself. You guys, sometimes people forget. I don't care how much a guy loves his team and loves the fans. He's thinking about himself. He's thinking about his family, his wife, his kids. He's got to think about all that stuff. And listen, let me tell you something. There's one thing that people forget. Happy home. If the home ain't, I'm not saying the home wasn't happy, but I'm just saying if your wife is dead set on getting out of New York because of other, different issues and reasons that may happen, or in his mind, he's like, well, you know what? Not only can we go, this would be better for our kids. Maybe there's family out there. Maybe you can finally be close to your family and stuff like that. And there's no state tax. Come on, man. You know how guys think about all that stuff. We just gotta roll with the punches, man. Because it's obviously a little bit more to the story. I mean, you're not going to leave the Mets, who are continuing to get better, with an owner that was willing to spend money to get them better, to go to Texas. Obviously, there's more going on there, man. So I just leave it as it is and appreciate a really good player. Hopefully, when he goes into the Hall of Fame one day, he'll go in as a Met, and we go from there. Okay, so that's it, man. That's all crazy, man. I'm watching stuff and I'm like, yo, people are bugging. I'm like, what's wrong with you? All right, you made a choice. It is what it is, man. Dude showed mad love to the Mets. Out of all the players during the Mets heyday, the pitchers that we thought were gonna hit, he wasn't the guy. He had Tommy John surgery. We were like, we hope he can be good. And he turned out to be the best, if not one of the best in baseball. So come on. All right, y'all. So back to the Knicks. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here and rocking. Blue Hefner's in the building. I see you. Delano Steele Jr. You know what? I keep forgetting, D. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to ask him. I got to get the number. My bad, Delano. A lot of stuff is going on. Keith Turner's in the building. Salute. Pudge Nice, what's good? I appreciate you. I see you, my brother. I think I hit everybody. So yeah, I think I got everybody for now. Like I said, today's going to be an abbreviated show. So without further ado, let me put this thing in the chat so we could get right into it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Today's also a very interesting day because Jay Boogie is in the building, but not here. He's in New York. I think he flew in last night. He is trying to, cut through the weather because it's raining out here. It's not going to rain all day, but it is raining during the day. So I think he's going to be filming actual video for the Christmas joint that he did with Papa Left and with Cully. You guys know Cully from Knicks community, and obviously Papa Left from Knicks Twitter. Yeah, so they did the Christmas joint that you've heard us play before, which is a really fire Christmas song. They're actually shooting a video for it, and going to be re-releasing it so that it can be out there for this Christmas. So they're out there. I mean, well, he's out here today. I think he mentioned something about going around the garden before the game, getting some fan interaction. I think he also said that later tonight, very late, 1 a.m. But by that time, it should stop raining and everything. He's going to be out there, Rockefeller Center. He's also going to hit Times Square just to get some good footage and stuff. So yeah, should be pretty dope. Oh, and smash that like button, guys, if you haven't already. On your way in, on your way out, you got to go smash the like button. Show your love. What else? Okay. All right, guys. So let's hit the intro. We'll come right back and we'll get into it. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm worried. Every time the Knicks play a game, I'm worried now. We'll be right back. Oh, my bad. I didn't know y'all was here. My fault. Catches me every time, man. Catches me every time. Anyway, yeah, man. Like I said, hope you guys are all doing okay. And I'm hoping that the Knicks come out and do what we've seen them doing. Like keep that good play, that good energy up against these Dallas Mavericks, the Dallas Knicks, the Knicks Midwest, whatever you want to call them. Oh man, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Kemba Walker is a Dallas Maverick, and there's a chance he could be making his Knicks debut. I mean, well, Dallas debut versus the Knicks, should I say? I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, I don't know what type of shape he's in. I don't know if Dallas wants to just throw this guy out there just because it's against the Knicks and wants to see if he can light it up. I don't know, man. We'll see. It's all very interesting to me. This whole thing is a saga. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Walter Blackman in the building. What's good? Good to see you, my guy. Appreciate you. Delano Steele says, all good, Ron, but we deserve better. The Knicks fans motto. It looks like that's starting to hashtag we deserve better is starting to float around. I see it everywhere now. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's moving. Hey, speaking of the guy, Jay Boogie in the building. He said, shout out to the chat. Blessings, health, and happiness to you all. It's raining, but happy Saturday. About to start shooting. Okay, cool. And if you had some weather delays, but we are going to get it done. That's what I'm talking about, Jay Boogie. You know what I mean? Neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow never stops the mail. I mean, Jay Boogie. Appreciate you, bro. Hopefully everything comes together how you want. And hell, that may be even fire, yo. If somehow you could get some good footage and like the raindrops. I mean, because your cameraman be getting that great 4K quality. The raindrops look a little, they look real, like coming down the way he can. Hey, man, you know what I mean? Just saying. That's saying. You might even have to just add some fake raindrops just for the effect. And maybe it's a mist out there, but the floor is wet. Just add a couple fake raindrops to really kind of illuminate the whole thing. I'm just saying, Anyway, Billy Goat's in the building. Salute to the chat. Hit that like button for your man, Ron. Oh man, thank you, Billy Goat. Appreciate that. Yes, man, that was me. That was my 45-year-old self, Harlem shaking. Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah. Phil Porto in the building. What's going on, Phil? Appreciate you. Thank you for having us yesterday. It was a great conversation, man. I appreciate your takes. It was dope. I had a really fun time, man, and we got to do it again in the future, bro. And maybe we'll do the reverse. We don't do a lot of interviews and stuff during the season on SKF, but you know, at some point when we get back into all that, we'll start reaching out to our fellow brethren, our Knicks community, and you know, get them on. So we'll definitely keep you guys in mind if y'all are free during that time. But if you guys ever need us back, you know, obviously by all means let us know. Sha Powers in the building. What's good, Sha? Appreciate you. Good to see you. Let's see. Did I get her? Okay. Oh, and the first lady of still Knicks fans, as well as the Knicks community, Geraldine McIver, in the building. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Good to see you. Thank you as always, Geraldine, for being here. Yes. All right. Yeah, and sorry guys, I don't know if I didn't comment before. Hefner, Knicks Morning Brew. Yeah, Sal Licata is he's a bozo. Yeah, definitely is. All right, so thank you for the generous super chat, Walter Blackman. Appreciate you. Like I said before, I always say it. You don't have to do that. You know, it's very generous of you, but we definitely thank you. Appreciate you. I hope that everything is going good with you and your family and everybody, and I hope the house is still good for you. You know, I got friends that have just bought houses and is selling a house and they're about to move into a new house. There's a lot going on, and there's so many different things that happen with home buying. So I know that, you know, all that stuff can be crazy, and I'm hopefully, from what I know we talked about before, everything has gone smoothly for you. So I hope for the best, man. But thank you so much. Appreciate that so much. Jeremy Nussbaum is in the building. What's going on, Jeremy? Good to see you. Let me get my guy D in here. I see you, D.
Yo, hey, what's good, guys? What's good, Ron? What's
happening,
good,
brother?
Hope everything's well. Hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful sunny Saturday so far. Fantastic out there.
Fantastic weather, isn't it? Yeah, it's great. Oh, thank you guys. He said it's an open door policy for you and John, but thank you, my guy. Yeah, man, thank you. We had a great time, man. Definitely would love to do it again. Oh, and so for those people who might just be jumping in, once again, I'm talking about John and I were on Knicks Morning Brew yesterday on the Dejan Sports Network with my guy Heck, Phil Porto, and Jiggaman Porto. So definitely check that show out if you haven't seen it. It was a really good conversation. So thank you guys as always. All right. SBL Bay is in the building. What's going on, SB? Appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here as always. David L is in the building. What's going on, David? Hey, listen, man. We're getting through it, brother. We're getting through it. Sherwin is in the building. Sherwin, what's good? Hopefully you're doing all right. Kareem Grant, what up, twin?
Kareem.
What's good, bro? Let me see. All right. I think I got all of the other people that might have joined in. And thank you to Mr. Parrish Duggar for the generous super chat. He said,
go, Parrish.
Sadly, for the first ever as a Knicks fan, I'm uninspired to watch the Knicks. Tibbs being in it, win now, coach with a rebuild roster is ruining it for me. Listen, I understand, man. This is a tough time because for some fans, it's not really a tough time. They just watch the Knicks because it's something to do. Basketball is here. That's their team. They just watch. It is what it is. For other fans like yourself, like myself, like D, we realize where the Knicks are at. So it is hard to watch sometimes knowing that where is this going? Like I'm watching, I'm like, but where are we going? Like where how is this translating to something better? It's tough. It's tough. And especially, let me tell you, I don't know how D feels about it, but I feel like it's double tough because I'm watching it as a fan and then I'm watching it as a content creator. I'm like, man.
Oh, I feel your pain.
So, yeah, man, it is what it is, bro. But it's okay, Paris. Hang in there, man. Because the only thing
Got
I
no
will
choice.
say, yeah, I mean, you're a fan. A real fan hangs in there no matter what. You know, you guys know how it is. It's the fly by night, the fake fans, the front runner fans. You know, the ones that the front runner fans, the ones that like the let's see, the Golden State Warriors, who won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like those fans, they're different. Whoever wins, those are the ones that you got to watch for. But it's okay. We're not that. Let's just keep plugging away and hope for the best. But one thing I will keep saying, I do feel like all of the product that we've seen is going to change one way or another. It's either going to start getting better or it's going to start getting worse. So look out for that. Shout out to Building Blocks in the building. Salute to you. Almighty Finesse in the building. What's good? Margaret Edwards, what's going on? Appreciate
What's up,
you.
Margaret?
Let's see. Kerry Cox is in the building. Salute.
Another. I just saw it right now. A happy birthday to Kareem. Happy physical. Make sure everybody gives him a nice happy birthday.
Oh, that's right. Yes, happy
Wishes
birthday
as well.
to Kareem. I kind of already forgot about it. I've already reached out to him on Instagram and all that stuff, so I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
My bad, Kareem.
Kareem is a Chris 29 today, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Kareem.
Oh my God, man. What the hell? Get out of here, man.
It's a compliment. You should take it.
You know how long ago that was? I'm like, what? 29. Damn. At least D, you a little closer to that, man. I'm like, I feel like what? I mean, in a bad upbringing, I could be Kareem's pops. Like what? Sheesh. You know, damn. So there was one other person. No, I got it. Kerry Cox. Yes. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I hear you. Where was it? Margaret said, I don't know who she was talking to, but I think in general, stop with the predictions. Listen, I don't know what to say. I don't know. If this was a movie, this would be Rocky and this would be Mr. T, and I would be saying I predict pain. That's what I would be saying. But yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it at that. Jersey Shore's in the building. What's going on? Appreciate you.
Jersey Shore.
Knicks Nation 112, where the players dwell, is here. What's good? And my guy, Worldwide L's in the building.
What's up,
what up? Salute. Okay, man. All right. So, look at this. It's always a special day when we can get this guy in here. When he has the time to jump on, you gotta feel blessed. Let's see if we can get him in here. Hey, Sam.
What's good? How you guys doing?
What's happening, brother?
Listen, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I had a late night studying last night. I woke up, normal, just check my phone. 11:30 start time. My time is crazy. Why such an early game today?
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell that's about. I mean, they could at least do a 1 o'clock start. I don't know what the 12:30 our time, 11:30 your time. I don't know what that's about, bro. That's weird.
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
It is weird.
It's terrible.
I don't really. What's the rhyme or reason for that? Like,
that's
really,
what I'm like.
What are we doing? Difference? What's that
that's
about?
what I'm like. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Like, I understand
Saturday night, 7:30.
Yeah, like I understand matinee, but like this is a little bit, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, man. Listen, they do what they do.
Ron, I might have missed your rant. You doing okay over there? It's a safe space.
Nah, I'm okay. Actually, I'm in a very melancholy space. It's not rant time for me. But if they play like really bad today and don't show effort, I'll go back into that bag. But right now, I'm just like, starting off with the Milwaukee game, guys. I thought that the Knicks, the actual game, as far as entertainment, was pretty entertaining. There was a lot of back and forth. It seemed like a regular basketball game. So that was good for me. I like to see that type of stuff. A Knick team that's not that great playing up against one of the elite teams in the league in Milwaukee, who on their end, you could say once again that they didn't shoot as well as they have against other teams. For whatever reason, that's 2 times that the Knicks have played them, that the Milwaukee just didn't have their A game. You know what I mean? That was, so I don't know what that's about. I know I don't want to give credit to the Knicks if they don't deserve it, but there could be a little something with the matchup and just, Milwaukee and the Knicks always kind of play good games against each other. And then they also have had, when things have been going good, like, we saw the Knicks beat Milwaukee in the past, and then we saw the Knicks blow Milwaukee out. Then we seen Giannis get mad and come back and play them in the same year and blow the Knicks out. And then, you know what I mean? They have that like thing. So it is what it is. Even though they're a better team, maybe they just match up well against each other somehow.
I think, and this is before you guys start with the show and stuff, but I think, it's going to be a good game today. But a key update, that I've been hearing and seeing is Christian Wood is not available.
I just looked. He's I don't see any injury report.
That's what I'm saying. I keep seeing he's not available, but if you look at the injury report, he's not listed. Right. So I don't know if somebody could give like confirmation on that.
Yeah, I was someone said that in the chat, and so I was about to go digging myself, but I don't know, man. It may not be something that's out there as of yet. Maybe it's still kind of questionable. I think he might have had something nagging, but I think he probably feels he can go. So that's why they took. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh no, yeah, I'm looking on ESPN. It says he's out. It doesn't show
there you go.
I'm assuming it's illness or something because they don't have the injury listed.
Oh yeah, and Blue Hefner says he's out with illness. I guess he saw the same thing.
Right.
Okay. Well, listen. Say what you will, guys. The Knicks, for everything that's going on with them, somehow they've been catching a lot of breaks playing these teams. There's always somebody out hurt. So, they got to take it. It is what it is.
Take what you can get.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you one thing. If Kemba's playing, I am interested to see the drama. I don't think he would. Honestly, he shouldn't play. He just joined the team. He don't know the systems and all that stuff. If he plays, what the Mavericks are trying to do.
But you want to know what's more hilarious? You want to know what's more hilarious about that run? The Mavericks themselves said that Kemba's not 100%. They just said they signed him. Like they said it themselves. Like they have doubt in his like ability to even play. But they just I guess they still signed him for whatever reason. Like they literally said in the report that he's not himself. Like the old Kemba. They know he's gone.
Here's a hot take that's not really a hot take. I think Mark Cuban really wishes he owned the Knicks.
I just don't get it.
I think Mark Cuban loves the Knicks. So this is weird. I don't know. Whatever. All right, guys. So what did you think I know you probably already talked about it on your show, but just overall, what did you think about how the Knicks played against Milwaukee?
Yeah, no problem. Quick summarization. Like I said, I thought a big focus was the energy and effort was at a high level. Well, for most of the players. And I always say that, energy matters. And when your energy is that high and you're playing to that level, you're always going to be in a lot of games, or you're going to be competing for most of the game. And I really thought that was encouraging to see. And even with Randall and Brunson having off nights, it was still nice to see other guys contribute and stuff of that nature. So, I mean, there's encouraging signs to see from it, but it didn't do anything for me to shake me off my position that this team is still a 35, 36, 37, 38 win team.
Right.
And that if you go down the catalog of the season so far, and guys are mentioning in the chat, we've been saying this for weeks now. These guys beat the bottom teams, and once an elite team or a team that's competing to a certain degree is up there, the record's not that good.
Nope.
And that's what this team is right now. They're a 500, possibly subpar 500 team.
Right. Well, before I get to Sam and what you thought about it real quick, shout out to Don P in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Always good to see you. Ashley Inc. in the building. Salute. What up, Wiz? Good to see you.
Let's go, Wiz.
And he said, since it's Sim's birthday, Tibbs should play him and hope for Randall birthday-like performance. That's a good rotation plan as any. Based
it on birthday calendar.
Birthday fantasy, guys. I will tell you, I did see the G League, and this is what happens all the time. It's like it's kind of almost. It's nauseating. It's frustrating. Of course, they go show, they send them down to the G League, and both Deuce and Sims kill it in the G League. Like, come on, man. like Deuce hit like 5 threes. Like it's always the same stuff. It's just annoying. It really does show you guys' talent level when they're featured. Because somehow when these guys are featured, they tend to do things. It's just in that team oriented space. Sometimes they struggle. Not really Sims. I think Sims has been good, but like Deuce may struggle sometimes when he's a part of a mix and he doesn't get a lot of touches. He's not a focal. He just has to find his way. That's tough for some of these guys, and that's why that even though I like Deuce, long term he just may not be the greatest fit for this team because you need guys who can fit into a role and be comfortable in that role. Deuce seems like he's better when he's a bit, more of a focal point. He starts to get his shot. He gets timing. He gets comfortable. Who knows? I don't know if he'll get that somewhere else, but he might get more touches and more playing time. So we'll see. We'll see. There he is. John Talento's in the building. Salute. Good to see you, John. Thank you for being here as always. Appreciate you. So yeah, Sam, what do you think about how the Knicks played against Milwaukee? Oh, and sorry, one thing I want to say before I forget. Sherwin said Christian Wood is a bench player for Dallas. They can be good without it. They can, but will they? Let me tell you, Dallas is teeter-tottering on that. They're above 500 team. They don't look as good as last year, man. And so Christian Wood helps that team. Luke is always searching for a second and third option to help him. Okay, so I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong. I never really liked Christian Wood. I'm one of the few. Everybody has always said when Christian Wood was, out there, oh, the Knicks should get Christian Wood. He can do this. I was just never one of those guys that was in love with his game. I think he's a weird player, a player who can score, and then has a decent 3-point percentage, but then he can't hit free throws. I don't know. Just weird things about his game that I never liked and I never could understand. But that's just me.
Yeah. And to Sherwin's, I'm actually with Sherwin on this. I think they are good no matter what. Dallas is 5th of the league in 3-point makes, by the way, and they're 4th of the league in 3-point attempts, which is our Achilles heel on the perimeter. Tim Hardaway Jr. is back. Spencer Dinwiddie's still there. They got a couple other. Josh Green has played well. But there's a name. Still got Dorian Finney-Smith. You still got Maxi Kleber that stretching the floor. You still got Reggie Bullock playing 16 to 18 minutes a game these days. Might play more today without Christian Wood. So they're still stacked on the perimeter.
No, they still got the same guys, but those guys, like the 3-and-D guys, they play defense. But the only thing about them is, well, I don't know about when Tim Hardaway Jr. is healthy and stuff like that, but I do know Reggie Bullock has been inconsistent when it comes to his three. I mean, he has better games than not, but he goes missing when it comes to his three. Dorian Finney-Smith goes missing. So I just I think it's the consistency from the players. They got guys who can light it up. Like when you get everybody going, they're a tough team to beat without question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear you though. You're right. I mean, listen, they're always going to be there because they're one of the better teams in the league. I don't think they're elite right now, but they're definitely one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah. And to your point there, I actually think, like, if I was Mark Cuban, I would be having a tank mandate going at some point in this season. Because they need it, right? They need a second guy there. They really do. And not to waste Luka's years. And another thing, too, is that if they happen to get in the top 10, that means the Knicks got nothing from the Porzingis trade except for Cam Reddish.
We need them to be bottom lottery. We need it.
Right.
Bottom lottery, right around there.
No, what do you mean we need it?
Less than that, right? What's the actual pick?
The projection is 1 to 10.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to win. They don't need. We don't want them in the lottery.
Yeah, we don't want them there. Exactly. I was trying to remember the projection.
And I know guys in the chat are like, oh, taking this, and I get it, but I'm just saying, like, NBA teams really do think this way. And they really look at the top talent and they really think about, wow, like, if I could bring this in, let me put myself in a position to do so because it would change the fortune of my organization. But yeah, no doubt. Corey says, I swear y'all think tanking is the solution to everything. NBA history has told you 90% of teams have won working through the draft and tanking. And some have gotten fortunate in the way of doing that, whether like a protected or they just happen to land at a good place. But most of the time, that was the mandate. So, I mean, it's NBA history. It's not me.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. Shout out to J Tap. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Dan Morel's in the building. Good to see you. El Servy's in the building. Thank you for being here. And Corey, thank you for being here as well. But yeah, I mean, listen, no one likes to talk about the T word. No
All
one
right.
likes it. People hate it. And people don't want to. My whole thing is, I get it. No one wants to see their team lose. And I'm gonna get right back to you, Sam. No one wants to see their team lose, and because that's not fun. Like, you want to see something that's worthwhile. You mean you're putting your time out there. You want to see a good product. No one wants to see that, and no one wants to know their team has that mentality. You don't want a team full of losers and stuff like that. So if a tank is happening, it has to happen organically, the right way. There's some teams out there who have known how to do it for years. Philadelphia didn't really do it well. They just did it blatantly, and that's why the rules had to get changed. But there's other teams. I mean, quiet as kept. There's teams that have been tanking. Not so much now. It's calmed down because now these teams have acquired some talent. But there were some teams that were tanking for years and knew how to do it. You know, certain lineups, certain players, you take them out. Hey, oh, we're up by 20. It's still this, the beginning of the third quarter. Guys can still play. Let's take them out and get them some rest. Let's get our bench guys in there. The game starts to kind of get away. Let's put them back in there, but their momentum is dead. So it's not like there's certain things that these teams do and coaches, like it's underlying tanking. It's just, if it happens, it happens. But I just think that it sucks that all these teams have benefited from tanking, and the Knicks never have. The Knicks don't even know how to tank well.
Yeah, I was about to say they don't tank properly. That's their issue.
They don't commit to a 3 or 5 year plan. They always jump ship on year 2, like with Docs, like with Randall's second year. Third year. Signing him. Yeah, but that was their second year. So they always jump ship like in the second, maybe third year. It's a process. It takes time.
Yeah, that's why I don't think that this. I just don't think that the current NBA system is good. I think, and they've worked with it a lot to kind of get it to this point. And I know it was worse in the past. I just don't think it's good. I just think they would have to be. They would really have to look at it and see if they could change it a little bit to make it even better for some of these teams, because these bottom middle of the pack type teams that are like right there. You may not be the 5th worst. You're the 6th worst. Those teams, it's a struggle for them. They don't always get the top picks, and they're always getting that guy, the borderline. Could he be a star? Could you hit gold with him? I'm just saying, whatever. But that's talk from a team that's at the bottom. So whatever.
Ron, I'm gonna come right back because I just realized I was under the other name. I'll come right back.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. So Sam, what are your thoughts about what you saw in the Milwaukee game, how they played, or if there's anything that you could take away from it?
So honestly, I only watched the second half of that game. I have to go back and watch the full, but just me even looking from the box score, it looks like we were just struggling to put the ball in the basket. But it also was on both sides. Like, looks like both teams were neck and neck the whole game. But one thing that you can't really vouch for on this team is free throws. Missed 7 free throws, 65% from the line, and we shot 33s and only made 6 of them. It's not good. Like, we know the Knicks aren't a good 3-point shooting team, but you're not going to beat anybody shooting 20% from 3. So, I mean, it hurts because it's like I watched the end and it was back and forth. And then the Bucks just honestly hit tough shots. I'll give them that. They hit a lot of tough shots that game. That Grayson Allen shot was tough. Drew Holiday, they had guys on the team who just stepped up and hit shots, and we did. I'm not necessarily mad at RJ's shot. I understand the get back. Like, if he would have made it, we would have loved him. If he missed it, he's going to get criticized. So it's one of those shots where it's tough. Move on from it. I'm not really too upset with the game because, as we know, Ron, and we noted earlier in the show, normally when we're playing teams of contender caliber, we're getting blowed out. So just the fact that the Knicks were even in the game is it's sad to say, but it's at least some type of bright spot that they were in the game.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But I do like when they show effort, when they come out and give you the effort. I hate the fact that I hate the fact that they do that with these teams, like that Julius gets up for these big matchups. I know it's his peers, but the way he's played, like everybody should be his peer. He should be playing like this against everybody. That solidifies who you are as a player in the league. Because if Julius were to have these 30-point games or these type of efforts against every team, I think Julius would be a top 20, maybe not top 15, maybe top 20 type player. I don't know. He might be 25, somewhere around there. But you know what I mean? Like he would look so much better as a player if he was able to get up for all of these games against everybody. I don't know what that's about, but this is the difference between us and other teams. And this is why we say no matter how good Julius can be for this team this year, he looks like he'd be better served elsewhere. Because it's just like you want that guy who's always going to be someone you can depend on. And we don't have a lot of those guys here, if any. Maybe we've got one. You know who he is. I'm not going to keep saying his name. Sounds like Dunson.
Is there a movie called Dunson? Dunson checks in or something like
that. Shout out to D-Raz in the building. Salute. D-Raz. Let's see if Dan, are you here? Dan?
He's on mute if he's trying to talk.
I don't know. I always have to check with Dan. Sometimes when he comes in, it doesn't always work. I'm gonna drop you down, Dan, and let me know if you see. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't always work initially. I don't know why that is. But hopefully we can get it together, get Dan in here. But yeah, guys, I just think it's one of them things. Oh wait, Sherwood figured it out. I was trying to be very stealthy with that. I don't know how he did that.
A friendly game of charades. Okay.
All right. So guys, I think that's it. We talked about Milwaukee. We know what it was. We know what it is. It's time to move on and get into this Dallas game. And let me see if I can pull up what the team preview looks like for the game. I think it's kind of interesting because let me see here.
Hey, D, did you see? It looks like Jaden Hardy's going to get an opportunity to play this afternoon.
And let me tell you, Jaden Hardy's going to light these Knicks up. Watch it.
Watch it.
He's a walking bucket.
He's a baller, man. He's like Cam Thomas. I love watching him play.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, watch it. It's going to be something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, guys, but the NBA page has changed a little bit. Depending on where you go, you get a whole different look, and it doesn't give you the same thing. You got to like go a different route to get what you want to see. It's a little annoying. I ain't gonna lie. They try to make things cute, but it's not working for me. But anyway, all right. So while I do this, knowing what we got going on right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think everybody is. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think everybody's healthy.
Besides your boy, right? No, your boy's out. Archidiakono.
That's right. He hurt his ankle, right?
Ain't wrong.
Man, that sucks. That sucks. Like you barely play and then hurt your ankle. Like, give me a minute, coach. Oh wait,
Kevin Knox did it to him.
That's how it works, man. That's how it works. Okay. I saw you. I think you're back. Dan, are you here?
Oh, okay. I saw you.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know why it wouldn't let me unmute the first time.
Dan, are you here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All I need in the background though.
Yeah, all I need you to do is, I guess, mute the YouTube video.
All I'm in the background though. Yeah, all I need you to do is, I guess, mute the.
It's Dan in the future or past.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, you did it. You did it.
Okay.
Oh no.
No,
I still hear it.
No, he didn't.
I'm about to get into my rap career with this echo check 1 2 the 1 2 the checker.
Start kicking a beatbox.
All right, it's over.
Said Archie D ankle now. Oh my god.
Shout out to infamous New King. That's funny.
What's up,
Good to
infamous?
see you, bro. Yeah. That's crazy. So, okay. All right. Well, outside of Archie the ankle, no. I think we're pretty healthy. So, I wonder. So that's the thing, because remember the Knicks did this a lot last year, the back and forth. Do you even think that the Knicks will bring Deuce or have Deuce and Sims ready for this game? Because of the way I think Tibbs is really at this point where he's kind of, I got too many guys I got to worry about playing now because they've shown more this year as opposed to last year. I think he would probably rather leave those two guys down there. Two less guys to worry about trying to figure out how to play him. I don't know. What do you guys think?
You want to go, D?
Phrase the question again.
So do you think that Tibbs is going to, or the Knicks are going to bring Deuce and Sims up to be ready for this game? Or would you think because of Tibbs struggling to figure out how to play everybody, he'd just much rather keep them in the G League for right now? Because last year they were doing it back and forth, but this year it's harder because some of these guys have deserved some playing time because of their play.
No, I think they have to be ready on the roster just in case of anything. Just in case Mitch goes down or Hartenstein goes down, you have Sims there to go ahead back you up. I mean, that's when he really uses him anyway.
Right, yeah.
And also too, like, with Rose, just a week ago, he went down with something and then Deuce came in for like about 10 or 12 minutes that game. So those guys would definitely stick around. They wouldn't be stuck in the G League like last year and then call them up like 4 or 5 games later. I think they're steady on the roster.
Okay, cool. Dan, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Normally I would give you more of a warning to bring you in, but I'm just trying to see if the thing is working. So
yeah, for some reason I had the background noise off. I had it muted and it was still showing background noise.
Yeah, no, but you good now. I don't hear the background noise. I hear you.
Okay.
And everything looks like it's okay.
So how's everybody doing?
We're all good, man.
We're good, man.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Happy Saturday to everybody.
Doing better than Archie's ankle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah, way better than Archie's ankle. Thankfully.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Boulevard 73 in the building. Salute. Good to see you.
Good,
I think I said building blocks already, but once again, building blocks. Thank you for being here. Cash Out James is in the building.
Cash.
All in my, you know what I'm saying? And also, I see D Coolest 718 is in the building. And my guy, Fly God the Third, aka C_Mac in the building. Yes. The game actually does start at 12:30. Can you believe it?
Better for you than me. Better for you.
I think you know
man.
what it is. Maybe they're starting to do something for the fans. Like, listen, let's play this game, and whatever you don't like about it, get it out early so you can enjoy the rest of your day.
Who was it? Somebody
is.
said the Rangers, I think, have a game. I don't know because I don't watch hockey. Somebody said the Rangers have a game tonight.
Which could make sense because they did about 5 or 6 hours to change the floor to ice and all that stuff. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I don't know the truth to that.
It's a process. I've seen it.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But to answer your question, Ron, with Sims and Deuce, honestly, I think it would benefit them to play Sims tonight, considering the Mavs have no paint presence. I mean, yeah, you could say they have JaVale McGee, but he's very inconsistent. And once he gets out the game, they've got at best Dwight Powell, which is not a rim protector by any stretch. And they're also 30th in the league in rebounding. So, I mean, I'd like to see Sims. I think he could have a breakout game tonight if he played, but that's wishful thinking.
I hear you. I agree with you, man. I think that that they definitely should. First off, you gotta do things that make sense. When you know you have an advantage, I don't care. Like this should be the big man game, right? Julius should be getting his. We'll see if Mitch can continue to dominate the way he did in Milwaukee. I don't know what that was about. I think it could happen a lot more often than it has happened. I'll take it. We hope that he can do that again tonight. Or today. And then we want to see some good play from Hartenstein, but Sims they should rotate these bigs and really stick it to, if this is our strength and this is your weakness, capitalize on that. Like, you know how in other sports people play off of, you know, the matchup, the weakness. This is what we're good at. In football, you play up against a team that doesn't know how to stop the run, you run it down their throat. For the Knicks, who have all these different issues on the defensive side, right? You know what? If this is an advantage we have, let's use the advantage. Yes, it's going to slow the game down a little bit, but we're not the best transition team to begin with. It's like, you're not hurting yourself if you don't really benefit from that. That's not who you are. That's not your makeup. So why not slow the game down a little bit and really capitalize with your bigs, and then take them out of it early. Like, their shots, we're grabbing all their boards, no second chance opportunities for them, and just start building up a lead. You take them out the game early, and it's harder for them to get back. And then you even can crush Luka's spirit a little bit, because then he's like, we're down. I got to do all this to get us back in it. You know what I mean? Give yourself a chance. That's my thought. I always feel that way.
Yeah,
what do you think about that, Sam? And
I agree with and JJ just said it in the chat. You know, dominate the paint today. Like, this would be one of the games where I would not be upset with Randall driving strong, RJ driving strong, just finish, because like, they have no real paint presence. Like, we know McGee has the potential, but he's a very inconsistent player. And if you're going to rely on JaVale McGee to protect the paint for 40 minutes a night, I don't think it's going to end well for you. So, I mean, I think with that and then crashing the glass, Mitch should have another breakout game if he plays enough. And like I said, if Sims gets in, and if Sims gets in, you know, Sims can do just the same. I'm still not understanding the iHeart thing, because if he's playing with that injury, I'm just not understanding why he's available. Like, I don't know if somebody's telling him that it's okay, because it's not. But I mean, maybe they know more than I do. I've just dealt with an Achilles injury, so I don't see why they wouldn't give him a couple of rest days at least, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know, Sam. I think what I was getting is one of them weird injuries that only affects him when he's not moving, or when the weather is less than 60 degrees. You know, them stupid injuries, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, bro. Dan.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that? Not the iHeart thing, but, you know, the initial conversation.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. I feel I think they might be like setting up for a trade or something, because they're looking to keep McBride and Sims down there, and then they make the trade, and then they bring them up and they're ready, instead of just been sitting on the bench. But, you know, we'll have to see. I would like to see, like you said, start feeding Mitch down low and see what happens, because I feel that once he gets more involved, he gets hyper in a sense, and he starts going just like he did in the other game. He played we lost the game, but he played good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm on a different page than a lot of people, because I feel that if all the games are competitive and we're losing by 2 or 3 and we wind up in the lottery, I'm happy.
I think I agree with you on that. I'm with you.
I'm okay with that. You know, I think you got friends here.
You know,
I'm not denying you on that.
You know, I think I was on Sim show, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, you want to tank?" I said, "Listen, as long as the game is competitive, if we're losing by 2, 3 points, 5 points, and they're fighting out there, I'm okay with it." What I would be upset with is if we're looking like the Pistons did when we played them.
Yeah,
where they lost by 30.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Dan, I had a conversation with someone on YouTube in the comments about this. Like, you know, some people like, everybody's not the same, so I don't want to speak for anybody else. Me personally, I don't want my team to tank, but if they're naturally doing it, it is what it is. My whole thing is, like you said, I want them to be competitive. I want them to try to win these basketball games. It's one thing if they just look like they're giving the game away and you're like, why would that person even do this play? Or why are you doing that? Like, it looks fishy. Or if instead of putting healthy guys that give us a chance to win out there, Tibbs is saying, oh, well, today we're going to start Archidiakono, and I'm going to have Hartenstein there. And you know what? I want Fournier to run the 3. Like, if it was weird stuff like that, then you'd be like, oh, this Knicks team, they're giving up. That's different. They're not giving up. The guys are out there playing. And
Exactly.
you know, hopefully they're trying. So that's all we want to see. But I'm saying you don't got to tank. If the current Knicks team, the way they're playing, this stuff is naturally going to happen. I don't know if they're going to be bad enough that it looks like they're tanking, because they'll probably be somewhere above the worst teams. But it's just they're going to be in that level of play because they need to change this roster, this stuff that doesn't work. So you're automatically going to be playing at that level. You don't got to do much. Just play, and it's just other teams are better. It's natural. That's all.
Yeah. You know,
Exactly. And those are the same people though that complain about the tank that would be saying that, oh, you would see them dancing in the streets and dancing on the subways if we got in the top 5 or we got Wembanyama or somebody.
Yeah, of course, Dan. That's how it always works. Yes, people don't want to see that, but then if the result is they get a top 5 pick or they get Wembanyama or they get Scoot, then they're like, "Oh my God, this is incredible!" Yeah, of course, I hear you. D, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just going to bring up a funny Luka fact. Luka is 2-6 against us for his career.
I know we do something against that guy. I don't know what it is, but
and the last time he beat the Knicks was at the Garden in 2021. And his career averages against us is 26, 9, and 8.5, 1 steal, and that's pretty much it. And shot 25% from 3. So
25% from 3.
Yeah, he's never shot well. He gets to the line against the Knicks. He gets to the line against the Knicks and then gets in the paint. He never shoots the ball well.
Also, sad news, guys. I don't follow it as much. I do have it on in the background, but I'm sure some people already know. United States has been eliminated from the FIFA World Cup. They lost to the Netherlands 3-1. So if you're interested in football, soccer, football, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's a sad day for Team USA.
Netherlands is pretty good, though. I heard the Netherlands was pretty good. I don't follow soccer, but I heard they're pretty much in there every year.
No, they are. So it is what it is, man. All right, but let's go, guys.
Let's go USA.
Yeah, you know what I mean? What can you do? Shout out to Long Island Sound. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. So that's that thing, man. Okay, so let's move on from the tanking thing. It is what it is. No one wants to see their team be a loser. Okay, let's just get that. Let's remove that notion. We don't want to see that. We just want to have our
not nobody.
Well, okay, maybe there is somebody.
Yeah, there's always somebody. There's always somebody.
What are we gonna say?
Is it just
Dan?
me, or to me? I feel that we're more competitive than we were last year. But I feel that we have a lot better games than we did last year.
That's just due to Brunson, honestly.
Everybody's complaining about Reggie Bullock. To me, he's been playing like garbage over there in Dallas.
Well, Dan, it's interesting you say that. I don't know. I feel like when you look at our team last year, because I didn't even realize it. Like, you got to look at the stats. Defensively, we were a better team. We held teams to a certain amount of points in certain games. We had good stretches of defense. Now, if you want to look at how competitive we are in fourth quarters of games, I think we're much more competitive in fourth quarters of games this year. That may be true because we hit bigger shots and more consistent shots to keep us in the game, I think, so far in this early season. But I would have to kind of look at that. That's a kind of hard one to quantify. I got to look at last year's, and see how we were.
I think, excuse me. I think that the East got deeper this year, and a lot of people that were injured came back, and they're healthy. So I think that plays a part from last year, the defensive numbers. But to me, I just feel like you said, we're closing games better. We're playing as a team better, and the games are more competitive in my eyes. I could actually sit down and watch it and not have to worry about it. And a lot has to do with Julius Randle and his attitude. But, I think that they're gelling better than they were last year.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. That's tough. You know what I mean? Like, Because my whole thing is I feel like, and it may look like that in certain points. And I do think that as time continues to grow, I think certain guys are starting to realize, hey, you know, this is not RJ's team. This ain't Randall's team. This is Brunson's team. I think that's starting to come alive. I don't know if everybody's bought into it yet, but I would just say, like, I still think that the Knicks' new style of play, and some people are like, what new style? And I know it doesn't look new, but it is new.
Something.
I think it's still a struggle for a lot of these guys to kind of really find their role in it, even quickly to a certain extent. I don't know if he's as comfortable as I've seen him in the past. I know Fournier wasn't comfortable. Look how bad Fournier has played all season. That's why no one's really upset that he's benched. But Fournier is a much better player than what we've seen. Defensively, it is what it is. But offensively, this is the worst I've ever seen Fournier in his career. And I don't think he's this bad. I just don't think the way they play, they found a way to get him
he doesn't
off.
fit
You know
him.
what I mean?
Yeah, he doesn't fit the system, so or the players. But at the same time, I don't know. I know I'll probably get a bunch of tomatoes in the chat, but I still believe that RJ is fool's gold. So
Oh, you're getting tomatoes for that.
He hasn't proven himself, so you wouldn't get tomatoes for that.
I guess, you know, the only pushback that I think you get from certain Knicks fans is not that he's fool's gold. It's just that, what did you think he was? Some people have different expectations. And I'm not saying that just to say something. You know, as much time as I've been doing this and talking to different people and getting people's opinions, the expectations for certain things are a lot different than what I would expect. Yeah. And then this is no shot at anybody. I mean, you guys, you know, D knows I don't even want to call him out because, you know, he's a good guy, but, you know, we've heard someone say that they expect Brunson to be like Ja Morant. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? Like, people have different expectations. Right. So
they're completely different players.
Yeah, like, and I don't care how good Brunson may look. I mean, he's never gonna look like what Ja can do. It's a different specimen. So that's what I'm saying. People have different expectations. I always thought RJ was gonna be a good player in the league. He was my favorite player in the Knicks. I thought eventually, if he keeps at it, he could be an all-star. But that's kind of where I saw it stop. I never saw it go past that. And some people think that RJ is the face of the Knicks, so he has to be a superstar or something. I don't know.
See, I don't even think he's going to be an all-star. I really don't. I think he's just going to be above average player. And everybody says, well, look, you can't tell if RJ's having a good game or a bad game. And they think that's a good thing. To me, that's a bad thing. You know, I want to see you getting upset when we're losing. You know, it's kind of like what I tell everybody. If people knew not to get Kobe upset, because if he got mad, it would go to another level. And I know he's not Kobe, but it's that competitive, that eye of the tiger. Do you have that eye of the tiger? I don't see Barrett having it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I do think that I think someone said in the chat too that they think RJ. Oh, shout out to ON. Appreciate you. He said RJ will turn it around. He always starts off slow. I mean, this has been a lot longer of a slow start than we're used to, but I do think he will turn it around as well. I think he's going to get better. That doesn't mean necessarily that he is what we expect or want. But I do think he's going to have some much better games.
I don't see him being a value at a number 3 pick. That's why I don't see.
Well, I'm one of those guys that I feel like it's situation, it's scenario, coaching, it's the product around you.
Oh, definitely.
So I feel like currently in this situation, the way it is with Tibbs and with the roster that we have, you are not going to see the best of RJ. Now, if they were to get rid of Tibbs and or change some of these pieces around RJ and allow him, I just think RJ's got too much on his plate, and he's not that type of guy. RJ's not a top-notch defender. RJ's not a top-notch scorer, and he's definitely not a top-notch shooter. So what you do is and this is just for the team itself, you put better defenders on the team. You put better three-point shooting on the team. And then you remove someone like Julius Randle and allow RJ to be that guy that can slash and cut to the rim. There's no log jam. You don't got two guys doing the same thing. being in the same areas. It'll be RJ's thing, and then he can focus on that. And I think you'd see a much better RJ, because I just don't think he can handle all that other stuff. That's my opinion. But
yeah, Ron, I know you've heard me say it before. I see him as a slightly better version of Rodney Hood. So
when you Dad, Sam, that's it. When he said it the first time, that was my reaction.
Oh my god!
I forgot.
I was thinking about who Rodney Hood was, and I'm like, oh my god.
That's a tough one, man.
Both Duke alumni.
Good.
I hear you, though.
I honestly would argue that Rodney Hood had a better package, at least a bag.
Oh,
like handle.
Oh, damn.
He did offensively. He did. And the other thing is, another thing that I don't like. I don't want this to be that, guys. This is why I gotta find somehow kind of taper what's going on. I don't want this to be a bashing our Knicks players session or bashing a certain player session.
RJ sucks. Oh, sorry.
Damn. But for example, when the Knicks played Milwaukee, correct me if I'm wrong, Grayson Allen, what team did he go? College team did he play for?
Dukies.
My whole thing is, and this is how I felt.
Coach K's overrated.
No, when you are but that's interesting.
Exactly.
When you are a alumni of a team and you a third pick overall, you can't let Grayson Allen get off on you. He's from your alma mater. You probably played with him in pickup games back at Duke. You can't let Grayson Allen show you up. You know what I mean? I want that type of thing to come from RJ. Not only do I want him to have that, he never has it. I know, D. I want him to have a little of that pit bull, but especially against guys that you know. You know Grayson Allen. You know SGA. You know what I mean? This is your alma mater.
You know what he tried to do,
play
Ron?
with these guys.
Ron, he actually tried to do that. But like I said, he bricked it. He tried to get him back. It come down the court. He just missed the three. I guess RJ was like, yeah, I'm not passing the ball. I don't care how much time is on the clock. Grayson Allen, I'm going to spray you from three. And he bricked. And the game was over.
Mm-hmm. Horrible. Okay, guys. Well, let me pull this up because this is frustrating, man. I don't know what to say. You just want better. You just want better. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's take a look at Dallas and the Knicks going into this game. What they've been kind of looking like so far this season. Sorry. Okay. Boom. There we go. All right, let me get that out of there. Oh, and you know what? Let me shout out a couple people. Shout out to Quentin Gilliam. Appreciate you for being here. Quentin, I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. Maybe you've been here, but you don't always pop in the chat. But if this is your first time, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Andy is in the building. What's good, Andy? Salute to you. Lili's in the building. What's going on, Lili? Canal Ban Lauya is in the building. Salute, good Canal. And I want to hit this real quick. I don't want to forget. Ron Sarmiento said,
Ron
just joined. Don't know if this was already discussed. What do you guys think about Bill Simmons' take that the Knicks should trade for Zach LaVine? First off, you mean John from Still Knicks Fans' take that the Knicks should trade for Zach LaVine? We don't need no Bill Simmons over here. We got John. John called this a couple days ago. Anyway, I'm just playing. I'm messing with you, but John did bring that up. But yeah, I'm messing with you, bro. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? We could talk about that as I get into these Dallas Knicks comparisons. Do you think that's somebody that the Knicks should think about pursuing, especially because I've heard a rumor that the Bulls might be trying to tear it down if they're even discussing the possibility of trading DeMar DeRozan and someone else for Westbrook. You never know. They might be looking to break it up. What do you think, D, about Zach LaVine being a Knick? You think they should look at him?
Boy.
Me personally, I don't know.
Well, hold on, Dan. Let me get.
My fault. You guys
because he's D2, right?
Oh man, I forgot about that, Dan. D's World of Hoops. What do you think about? Let me pull this down for a second.
His injury history concerns me.
Mm-hmm.
His contract concerns me with the injury history. No doubt he could put the ball in the bucket. No doubt he's an all-star in this league. So I don't want to take anything away from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be real with you. I wouldn't do it. No. But I could see the Knicks if the pressure's starting to, really get tight down there and the temperature's starting to really change and they feel they have to make a move. I could see them give it up 3 or 4 draft picks for Zach LaVine. And then people would say, well, why did you just get Donovan Mitchell?
That's what I would say.
Oh, man, I don't want to sway anybody's opinion. I want to hear what you guys have to say. But if they don't get Donovan Mitchell and wind up with Zach LaVine, I'm not going to be happy. I'm just saying. But anyway, Sam, are you done, D? I don't want to cut you off.
Almost done.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, so they're saying that, well, why don't you just get Donovan for that? And I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. But as far as my perspective, if I'm in president of basketball operations mode and I'm looking to improve the team and get something better, if I'm trying to bring a star, I'm not looking towards that.
What do you think, Sam?
I'm gonna agree on the stance that I'm done with it as far as the discussion on it. I'm not a fan of banking on that. I like I said, if I'm gonna do something like this, I'd rather have done it for Donovan Mitchell. And Zach LaVine plays absolutely no defense. So do I really want that on the team? Like, I already get upset with myself watching Randall fall asleep when he falls asleep. Do I want to see 2 sleeping Randalls on the court? I don't know. So me personally, I don't think I want to make the move. And then also I'm looking at his contract right now and it's absolutely disgusting. So if they want to trade for that, I guess they're assuming that they're contending immediately because that contract is filthy.
What about you, Dan? What do you think?
See, for me, I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather go after somebody like Jordan Clarkson. I'm not going to give up all those picks or anything for Zach LaVine. I'd rather. Do you see the Bulls trading and trying to give up all their picks? No, they're breaking it down. Mm-hmm. I'd almost rather see the Knicks start breaking everything down, trading away to build back up than to try to, in a sense, do what Steinbrenner did for years, going after big names that are already done or not already done, but that aren't going to help the team win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't see Zach LaVine taking us over that hump. Like D said, why didn't we get Donovan Mitchell then? Right.
No, that's the point. That's the key. Like, and someone said it. Let me actually highlighted it. Jay Busby, salute to you. Appreciate you. He said LaVine equals to the Steve Francis acquisition. Yeah, it would be similar to something like that. But Canal Ben Laya said what I like to point to. Things like this is what you got to think about. He said his athleticism is declining. So when you got a player that has been uber athletic for so many years, and that has been a key to their game, what happens when the athleticism starts to decline, and how does that affect their game? And then because that was his thing. Like, he was good shooting, decent shooting from the outside. But the point is, he had a good first step. He take you off the dribble, and then that athleticism, you're done. Once he gets to a certain point, you can't stop that. When the athleticism starts to come down, then his gift is not the same. He doesn't have that advantage.
And I think someone mentioned it in the comments too, that he's also coming off of an injury.
Very true.
So that's what we did with Amari. We got him. He was coming off of an injury. That's the reason nobody else signed him. And we, why are we going to keep putting ourselves in that situation where we're never going to get out of that middle purgatory of the NBA?
And Pudge, that's a good point too, that he's represented by Clutch. You know how Leon Rose feels about that.
Yeah, that is, unfortunately, that's the politics of the NBA. That is something that does play a factor, and we wish it didn't, but it does. Shout out to Jay from Washington Heights in the building. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Kevin Middleton is in the building. Good to see you guys. And also shout out to Jay Busby for your comment. Thank you for being here.
Jay,
appreciate you. Yeah, man. So like, this is the thing. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And to me, one, I don't want them touching Zach LaVine because that's the type of thing that kind of affects you, right? That would affect what the Knicks are trying to do here. That's a nice size contract, and then he would be a piece that you would think is going to have to be a key piece. I don't want this Nick. You guys know this is my new mantra. Don't touch anything. Leave it the way it is, or make a small move. Don't mess it up for the next regime. I don't want them messing stuff up.
Right.
To me, the only thing I'd allow, like I got power. The only thing I'd be okay with this Knick regime doing is getting SGA. You get SGA, okay. I don't care, because no matter what, if they fire all you guys, at least we got SGA.
You know, one trade that I'd be okay with besides SGA is probably Anunoby.
Oh, swinging swords like Shinobi and yeah. Listen,
Especially if RJ's included.
The buzz.
Send RJ home. Let him be a hometown favorite.
I don't know how you guys feel about that. I know that's very controversial for some fans, because they don't like to give up on young talent, especially when you still see RJ as the face of this team. But and RJ is my favorite player. Have I said that before? I don't know if I have. Can I say it again for the 50 millionth time? I would trade RJ Barrett for OG Anunoby.
Wow.
The only thing that worries me about OG Anunoby, no, I mean, it wouldn't just be for him though.
How much you getting for RJ, bro?
I was about to say, how much you getting? RJ?
No, it would be something. It would be one of those smart flips. Like, it would be RJ and something else to bring back OG and something else that would work better.
Yeah, like Hartenstein.
You know, it would have to be something that, you know, I think the totality of the pieces works better for us. But I still worry about, remember, the only thing is the other shoe hasn't dropped so far this season. Knock on wood. I don't have wood here for him. Appreciate him. OG hasn't really got hurt. He's been fairly healthy. And, you know, that's not OG's MO. He gets hurt a lot, but he's been good right now. And let me tell you, that's you worry about that stuff, because you make a trade, comes to the Knicks, then he gets hurt.
Well,
I worry about stuff like that.
But there's not much to worry about, because look, if you acquire him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's 17.3 this year, right? And he's 18.6 next year. And then he has the player option at 24-25.
Yeah, I mean, contractually, money-wise, and the way it looks, it's a better situation for the Knicks, and gives them a little bit more flexibility, and you get a better defensive product, because was it on your show? I think it could have been on your show. I don't know. I just know I saw something where they were showing, you know, stats were shown of how OG's been locking guys down.
Yeah.
No matter who he's been playing, he's been locking them down. So OG's a nice player to have.
You know, I'm actually for that trade, and I'm confused as to why the Raptors aren't considering blowing it up. I know they want to stick like true to their guys, and I guess they're trying to get in the sweepstakes as well this season, but they haven't been like good this year.
Defensively, they have. Offensively, they're a mess.
All right.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to get too much for their players.
I just think the parts don't fit. It's got to be Barnes or Siakam.
And that's what I'm saying. They need to choose, because they've been at this crossroads, and it's like, you know, at some point a trade's got to happen. I'm confused as to why it hasn't already.
Yeah.
You might be right. That's a good point. Well, speaking of that, let's look at this real quick. Game is about to start in about 10 minutes or so, 11 minutes. So let's take a look at this real quick and get out of here so everybody can enjoy the game. Like I said, this is going to be a quick show because I want people to be able to enjoy the game. And I actually want to relax and enjoy the game myself.
There you go. Will you enjoy the game, though?
Well, I hope I enjoy this one.
What's your predictions, Ron?
Pain. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Suffering.
I think the Knicks will win this game. For whatever reason, I just feel like the Knicks play good against these Dallas Mavericks, and I'm not scared of them. So that's just how I feel.
I don't know. I feel it'll be like the Milwaukee game, lose by 6.
Maybe. We'll see. You know what? As I always say, this all depends on how the Knicks come out. If the Knicks come out decent with guys being able to score, Brunson being on, Julius being on, RJ playing decent basketball, stuff like that. If that's not happening, if one of those three is off, Knicks probably not going to win.
I'd rather them not come out slow and finish hard, because that's what we need. At the end of the games, they've been missing shots. If they could close it, I think if they could close it out in the fourth quarter, we'll be good.
Well, I mean, definitely things pointing in the right direction for the Knicks in this matchup. As far as season averages per game, Let me see if I can. Let me look at this and blow it up a little bit. Okay, wait, hold on. This is not. Why is my Well, that didn't work. I don't know why that happens. All right, guys. Well, I was trying to. There we go. Finally. There we go. Okay, guys. Hopefully that looks a little bigger for everybody. You can see that a little better. Let me scroll that down a little bit. Okay, cool. So Dallas Mavericks are averaging 110 points per game. New York is averaging 115. As we've always noticed by now, the Knicks can score. They're not good shooters, but they can score. Rebounding, I mean, that's a big disparity. That's going to be the key to this game. They're averaging, Dallas is averaging 37.8 rebounds per game. The Knicks are averaging 46.5 assists per game. This is another thing, which is interesting to me, especially with a guy like Luka on the team. They're averaging 21.4 assists and the Knicks are averaging 24. If the Knicks are out assisting you on average, that's a good chance the Knicks can win this game. 8 steals by Dallas per game to the Knicks 7. 3.5 blocks for Dallas to the Knicks 4.7. Turnovers 12.5 to the Knicks 12.8. Very evenly matched there. When I see stuff like that, I also point that to being a positive for the Knicks. That means they have a shot. Field goal percentage, 47.1 field goal percentage for the Dallas Mavericks, 45.6 for the Knicks. 3-point percentage, 34.8 for Dallas to 31.8 for the Knicks. Okay, we expected that. Free throw percentage is kind of surprising, 71.4 for Dallas and 79, just under 80% for the Knicks. They can still keeping it going. The Knicks really have a good chance to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
They do. I think you just got to take Luka out the game. Take Luka out the equation the best you can. And I feel that that's the reason why their assists are down, because he's the one with the ball in the hand scoring. You know, that's the only reason they have lower assists. But even it shows on your chart that Luka leads in assists for them. Yeah,
always. So, you're right. I think D was going to say something. I mean, D's World of Hoops. Points in the paint, as you can see, 44.3 for Dallas, 57.4 for the Knicks. Second chance points, 11.5 for Dallas, 17.2 for the Knicks. Fast break points, 9.7 for Dallas, 14.5 for there's no way the Knicks should lose this game. When you look at stuff like this, the Knicks should be winning this game. Yeah. What do you think, D? What were you going to say?
Well, the assist totals could be skewed a bit because Luka has such a heavy ball usage.
Right.
So, and that's designed that way. Mm-hmm. So that's maybe why that looks a little skewed like that. But what I was going to say was that, you know, Luka is due for a big game against the Knicks.
It's true. I hope not, but it's true.
No, I mean, that hope not stuff kind of befuddles me a little bit because wouldn't we want them to win so then they're not closer to getting that big?
See, but no, actually, you're the one who keeps reminding us of that. I keep forgetting that, to be honest, bro. You keep reminding me of that.
Look, I'm just doing it to be a jerk, right? But in all seriousness, though, and I am serious about it, too, at the same time. Like, because, you know, me knowing where our team is at and stuff like that, it's like I don't want to do Dallas any favors that will hurt us in the long run, especially me knowing we don't have the guy and we need all these draft picks in order to go ahead and build. I really wouldn't want to do him any favors. But Luka, last time they won was in 21 at the Garden. So I feel like it's time due. But I agree with you guys, though. Everything in this game screams that this should be a 5 to 10 point victory for the Knicks today, basing on the stats and the styles of play. But the only thing that's not on our side is that we can't guard the 3-point line if our life depended on it. We could have a gun to our head and we would not be able to guard that 3-point line. Okay, and this team is 5th in 3-point makes, and they're 4th in 3-point attempts. And that's what they do. That's part of it. And then plus you got to see who's going to check Luka. Is it going to be Grimes? I think Grimes might be a little too small for Luka. Might be. Might have to see a lot of Cam on that. Right? Mm-hmm. So does what's his name? Does Thibodeau make a strategic move today? Because I don't think anybody should be solidified in positions like that, to be honest with you. Yeah. Unless you're a proven star in this league. I don't think you're there right now with that, you got to be strategic. You got to come out with different things. I think Cam would be more of a realistic defensive matchup for Luka than Grimes. But Grimes has done a great job on guys. He had a little trouble with Drew, but besides for that, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Devin Booker, he's done a very good job. The only difference is that they're not 6'7", 6'8", with a big body just to move it around. Drew is half of that on Luka, and Drew had his way with him. So look for Cam. We'll see how it goes.
That's a good point. I can hear you, and I agree with that. What do you think, Sam?
We were asking about like the whole game input. So for me, you know, I think this is going to be a close game. If it's not a close game, it's a blowout because Randall and Brunson just completely obliterate their whole team just off of paint, driving, and things like that. But I think Luka's still going to have his game. I mean, it's Luka Doncic. He's going to find a way to still get 30, 10, and 10. It's just a matter of, can we stop their shooters from shooting the ball? We know Tim Hardaway Jr. is a shooter. If he gets the ball, he's bound to get 20 points on us. I mean, they've got Maxi Kleber, who's hit or miss, inconsistent during games, but he's another guy that if Luka gives him the ball, he can knock it down. I just feel like every game the Knicks play, it's always a no-name who goes off, and I'm really hoping that that's not the case tonight. But to D's point, you know, like it would be in our favor, you know, with those odds to go the other way, but you never know. I mean, I honestly, I think Luka's going to have his game. We just need to perform as a team, and we can defeat him, as we've been doing, as D pointed out. His record against us is pretty bad. So as long as the team shows up, I think that the Knicks should have a good performance. I was also in the belief, too, D, that I feel like Grimes might be a little bit too low in the weight category for Luka Doncic over time in the game. Like, he might be good the first couple of possessions, but I think overall you'd probably want Cam on him.
Somebody brought up a good point and said that I think it was Canal. He said Luka's slow enough that RJ could get some minutes on him too. Is that a realistic thing? Could that happen?
I think that does seem realistic. That makes sense. I don't think. I mean, Luka's still gonna eat him, you know, up, but because he's so cagey and he knows how to shoot above, like over guys easily. But yeah, I think RJ might be able to spend some time on Luka. That makes sense.
Well, see, for me, I wouldn't put RJ on him because I feel that that'll affect the rest of his game, especially if Luka starts eating him up. So I don't know. I don't know how you feel. I'd start Cam over RJ with Grimes. And
you know with the politics, that'll never happen though.
Right.
It'll take a lot.
But that, to me, between the two of them, they could kind of, you know, throttle Luka a little bit with the double teams and stuff. I think it would help, but we know it won't happen.
No, I mean, listen, I think you're right about that. It's gonna be one of those things. Like, I don't think Thibodeau is scared of anything. He's just gonna send whoever he's got out there and have them do what they do, and it is what it is. We're just gonna have to deal with it. We're just gonna have to watch how it all plays out. But so let me I see we're hitting the 12:29 mark.
I was about to say, you're making a watch along now, aren't you?
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Oh, and coming up no, we're not doing all that. Shout out to Mets Knicks fans. Let's go. I'm sorry, Mets Knicks fans. Let's go. We lost the Grom. I know how you feel the pain. I hear you. Let me get to Parrish Douglas super chat before we get out of here. He said Ron is lucky because he enjoys watching RJ's offense. I do when it's good, but that's about it. Appreciate you for the generous super chat, Parrish, as always, guys. And thank you guys for being here. Definitely smash that like button on your way in, on your way out. Appreciate it. Show the love. Let's go
43 guys. Let's get to 50 before we get out.
Yeah, can we get to 50 before we get out of here? As we get these final thoughts. What's your prediction for the game? Not like this doesn't have to be a score. Just who do you think is going to win this one? Oh boy.
My top concern is how we guard the 3-point line. I think how we guard the 3-point line will determine a victory or loss today. If I see the energy and effort that I saw from most of the guys in Milwaukee, I think we have a good chance of winning this game. Throwing them off the line, having them run into a 2-point game, points to the paint. We're number one in the league, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's a real thing going on. no team has been able to really stop us going to the paint, which is an impressive thing that you could take from this year. So I think that's the key. The key right there is being able to relegate guys from putting up 3-point shots, run them off the line, run them towards the paint. If they do that, I think they have a really good shot of winning this game. I have more, but I want to get to the other guys.
No, I hear you. Appreciate it. What do you think, Dan?
I think it's going to just take a lot of factors. And I think Sam was saying, I think if Randall comes out and he attacks their bigs and he has a good game, I think we have a better chance of winning. I think between Brunson and Randall, it's going to rest on them if we win or lose. And I think Brunson's going to have a big game because he's not going to want to have a bad game against his old team. So, but I think it all depends on Randall and then the supporting cast. If they have mediocre or above average, I would really like to see Cam have a really good game because I think he could be efficient against the Mavericks and their setup. So, and plus, I like his passing and everything, his court vision better than RJ's anyway, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay, so if you had to just throw a name out there, who do you think is going to win this game? Yeah, there's a lot of factors that could happen. And guys, as mentioned by D and expected by some, I do see Sims and Deuce on the court warming up. So yeah,
right,
they're there.
I'm gonna go with not my thoughts but my feelings, and I think I'm gonna side with D, and hopefully the Mavs win by 4.
What?
Well, I didn't declare that, but I guess you read through my bull crap.
Exactly. But, Mavs win by 4.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sam?
Listen, as much as I'm with D on as far as, the pick odds and whatnot. So I'd like for it to happen that way. But in a realistic mind, I'm going to unfortunately say, guys, that the Knicks are going to win today. I think that they're going to come out strong. Yes, Luka Doncic is going to get a triple-double. But I think that Brunson's just going to outmatch him tonight. I don't know what it is about this game. I just feel like the Knicks aren't going to lose. But if they do lose, I wouldn't be upset with it, of course, because we know the odds situation.
Right.
Other things too to consider real quick. Dallas is 5th of the league in opponents' points. They're also in the top 5 or 7 in opponents' field goals made, 3 points made. That's because of pace. They don't run like that. Okay. So there's going to be a very half-court type of game. It'll be very interesting to see if the Knicks can push them to an up-and-down game. I don't think they'll be able to do so. Dallas still has good perimeter defenders. So it's about the Knicks guarding the 3-point line and them being able to be effective in a half-court type of offense today. I don't think they'll have so many fast break opportunities.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I see that this is going to be the first good game that Reggie Bullock has this year defending the Knicks. It's going to be his one good game that he has.
Well, okay.
So,
well, I think that the Knicks are going to win this game only because of what you would expect to happen, right? I don't think that doesn't mean it will happen, but you would expect because of previous things that have taken place and because of some of the underlying stuff that's around the two teams. I think RJ is going to have a good game today. And because I think RJ is going to have a good game, that automatically points to the Knicks possibly winning. So I think RJ is going to have a good game. I think Luka is going to have a great game. However, I think Julius plays good. It's Texas, he likes playing up against the Texas teams. I think he's going to have a good game. And I think Brunson is going to have a really good game because he's going to try to, show that he's on the Knicks and what Dallas doesn't have and how effective he is. And I think that whole thing, I think this gives, Brunson a chance to kind of go up against Luka in a way. I think Brunson's going to have a good game in that regard. So I think this means more for the Knicks than it does for Dallas. So I think that's why these guys are going to come out and play really well and win the game. That's my thought. I don't know the score or anything like that. That's just my feeling. But I've been wrong in the past, because another key factor that is out there today too, who might really go crazy, is Tim Hardaway Jr. Because there is no Christian Wood, and Tim Hardaway Jr. loves to play against the Knicks. So we'll see how he plays. His last couple games, he's had 22, 26, so he might have a good game. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got, guys. So listen, first off, I'm just going to, final words, and we'll get up out of here. Guys, thank you for being here. Smash that like button. As always, these shows are, nothing without the participation and the support that you guys show in the chat. We appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. Thank you for being here and rocking with us. Dan, any final words before we get out of here? Oh, and shout out to Silver Surfer in the building. I see you. Silver. Salute. Shout out to Victor Rivera in the building. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. And anybody else, if I may have missed you, it's not for lack of trying. I just may have not seen it, but thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, I'm just gonna say, I just want to see a competitive game. I really don't care which way it goes. I want to see the kids growing and learning. And last year, everybody was saying, let Tibbs play the young kids, let them grow. I don't care if we lose. But this year they're complaining. But let's just go out there and be competitive. If we lose by 2-3, I'm not going to be upset. If we win by 2-3, I might be a little bit more upset. But, that's only because I want that pick. But we'll see. But you fellas have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to get out of here.
Dan. Thank you, Dan. You too, bro.
All right, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you. Sam, final words?
You know me, guys. I'm just happy to be on. It's a good day to watch some early Knicks basketball. And as always, hope everybody's staying safe out there. Peace and blessings to the chat and the panel. It's going to be pretty hectic for me these next few weeks. So I'll try to get on next week, but we've got finals starting this week. It's hectic times here. So I'll be able to fly home December 13th. Finally, I've been here like 6.5 months. So it'll feel good to be back in some heating weather. It's not too hot up here.
Hey, listen, all hard work gets rewarded, Sam.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man, definitely. And we always appreciate any time that you have to spare to join us here, Sam. Your takes and your thoughts are always welcome, brother. D, Mr. World of Hoops.
Yeah.
What's your final? And also, definitely, if you if you're doing your usual thing tomorrow, you're gonna put your information out there for the show. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Got you. Guys, thank you for everything, Ron. Thank you for having us. Panel sharp as usual. Chat, thank you for everything, guys. Without you guys, we are not here. So we greatly appreciate you. 1,000,000,000%. Tomorrow we're going to be on at 12 p.m. for the post game and the pregame as well, because we do have Cleveland on the back-to-back. And also, too, I am going to upload my film footage for this game because YouTube Live had a problem with me dissecting the clips and stuff like that last time. So now they just, made me just maneuver to possibly a better station. So I appreciate that, YouTube. And so definitely going to have that up tomorrow. We're going to be on the 12, guys. Thank you for everything once again. And enjoy the game, guys.
There you go. There you go. And let me see. Can I do this real quick? I'll put this up there just to have it in the chat because I said I was and I didn't do it yet. Yeah, guys. So here's the link for Knicks Morning Brew for the show from yesterday. So, when you have a chance, take a look at it at your leisure. I hate that I forget it doesn't name it, so I got to do it after. So you guys know what this was. Wish I could put the little arrow thing, but anyway. So that was the link for Knicks Morning Brew. So definitely check that out if you guys haven't already. When you have some leisure, definitely watch this game, enjoy it. And for those who might have joined in late, watch the Knicks game, and then you can come back. It'll be a little weird, but you can come back and watch what we talked about, previewing the game that you already watched.
That's right.
Thank you guys as always, man. Let's go Knicks, man. Hopefully they win, and if they lose, then let's go Dallas. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying.
All right, y'all have a great day, man.
All right, guys. This has been a pleasure. as I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans, we'll be back again. Check us out on Monday for SKF Weekly at 9 p.m. And then again on Thursday, the NBA report on the NBK Network at 8 p.m. And then we'll just flip back again on Saturday, 11 a.m. for Know the Ledge. Thank you, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Let's go, Knicks, and we'll see what happens, man.
Okay.
Take care.
Peace, everybody.